boys and girls, it's Miss Quoyeser again. I miss y'all so much. So I decided I'm going to read another book to you. Hopefully it helps you feel connected to me, because I want to make sure that we keep talking even though we aren't at school right now, and even a little bit of learning could be fun, right? Okay, so I am choosing to read this book to you today, The Little Engine That Could. This is a story that has been retold for many, many years. And the reason that this story has been retold for many, many years is because it has a wonderful and very strong theme to it. And we've talked about a theme means the moral or the lesson or the message. Like, what is the author trying to teach us from this story? Okay. Now, this particular version of The Little Engine That Could is authored by Waddy Piper, and the new art in this story is by Loren Long. Okay? Alrighty, let's get started. The Little Engine That Could. Chug, 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 puff, 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 ding dong, ding dong. The little train rumbled over the tracks. She was a happy little train, for she had such a jolly load to carry. Her cars were filled full of good things for boys and girls. There were toy animals, giraffes with long necks, teddy bears with almost no necks at all, and even a baby elephant. Then there were dolls with blue eyes and yellow curls, dolls with brown eyes and brown bobbed heads, and the funniest little toy clown you ever saw. Look at the toy clown. Is he funny? He's not scary like that other creepy one. And there were cars full of toy engines, airplanes, tops, jackknives, picture puzzles, books, and every kind of thing boys and girls could ever want. Now, let's talk about the mood of the story. This is something we've never talked about before. Well, the mood of the story just means, how does this story make you feel? Like, what is it making you feel like right now? Is it making you feel happy right now? Is it making you feel scared? Is it making you feel relieved? Is it making you feel anxious? How's it making you feel? All right, so probably most of you said happy, or we could use a yellow word like joyful or full of glee. All right, so that's the mood of the story right now. Pay attention, because sometimes the mood of stories change. But that was not all. Some of the cars were filled with all sorts of good things for boys and girls to eat. Big golden oranges, red-cheeked apples, bottles of creamy milk for their breakfasts, fresh spinach for their dinners, peppermint drops and lollipops for after-meal treats. The little train was carrying all of these wonderful things to the good little boys and girls on the other side of the mountain. She puffed along merrily. Ooh, that's another good yellow word we could say for the mood. It's a merry mood. Then, all of a sudden, she stopped with a jerk. She simply could not go another inch. She tried and she tried, but her wheels would not turn. What were all the good little boys and girls on the other side of the mountain going to do without the wonderful toys to play with and the good food to eat? How is the mood changing, guys? It's gotten kind of sad or depressing, right? What's another word that we could use to describe the mood of the story right now? You might be feeling a little anxious for the train, or maybe even anxious for the boys and girls because they might not get to have all these wonderful treats that were on their way, right? Let's see if the mood changes. "Here comes a shiny new engine," said the funny little clown who jumped out of the train. "Let us ask him to help us out." So all the dolls and all the toys cried out together, "Please, shiny new engine." engine, won't you please pull our train over the mountain? Our engine has broken down, and the boys and girls on the other side won't have any toys to play with or good food to eat unless you help us. Our mood, we could say right now, is kind of what? They're feeling a sense of hope, like, ooh, maybe things might get better for everyone. But the shiny new engine snorted. I pulled you. I am a passenger engine. I have just carried a fine big train over the mountain with more cars than you ever dreamed of. My train had sleeping cars with comfortable berths, a dining car where waiters bring whatever hungry people want to eat, and parlor cars in which people sit in soft arm chairs and look out of the big plated glass windows. I pull the likes of you? Indeed not. How are you feeling right now? How are you feeling about that train and what he said? Yep, I'm feeling the same way. And off he steamed to the roundhouse where engines live when they are not busy. How sad the little train and all the dolls and toys felt. Then the little clown called out, "The passenger engine is not the only one in the world. Here's another engine coming, a great big strong one. Let us ask him to help us." The little toy clown waved his flag and the big strong engine came to a stop. "Oh, please, please, big engine," cried all the dolls and toys together. "Won't you please pull our train over the mountain? Our engine has broken down, and the good little boys and girls on the other side won't have any toys to play with or good food to eat unless you help us." But the big, strong engine bellowed, "I am a freight engine. I have just pulled a big train load with big machines over the mountain. These machines print books and newspapers for grown-ups to read. I am a very important engine indeed. I won't pull the likes of you." How are you feeling right now? Have you lost some of the hope that the toys will be pulled to the other side of the mountain? Well, we could say that the mood of the story right now is anxious. We're anxious as we await to see what happens. And the freight engine pulled off to the roundhouse just like that. The little train and all the toys were very sad. "Cheer up," cried the little toy clown. "The freight engine is not the only one in the world. Here comes another. He looks very old and tired, but our train is so little, perhaps he can help us." That's a nice drawing, huh? We can see in the landscape. Here comes a train. So the little toy clown waved his flag and the dingy, rusty old engine stopped. "Please, kind engine," cried all the toys and dolls together. "Won't you please pull the train over the mountain? Our engine has broken down and the boys and girls on the other side won't have any toys to play with or good friends or good food to eat unless you help us." But the rusty old engine sighed, "I am so tired. I must rest my weary wheels. I cannot pull even so little a train as yours over the mountain. I cannot. And off he rumbled to the roundhouse, chugging, I cannot. Then indeed the little train was very, very sad, and the dolls and the toys were all ready to cry. So we could say the mood of the story right now is depressing, huh? They're all feeling hopeless as they've had 3 different characters come along and tell them no for different reasons. Let's see what happens. But the little clown called out, "Here's another engine coming, a little blue engine, a very little one. Maybe she will help us." The very little engine came along, chugging merrily along. When she saw the toy clown's flag, she stopped quickly. Now, we have a hint to what this engine's like. They said she was merrily rolling along. What does it mean if you're merry? It means you are happy and joyful. So that gives us a little hint. Do you think that she's going to try to help carry the toys and the train over the mountain? I think you're right. "What is the matter, my friends?" she asked kindly. "Oh, little blue engine," cried the dolls and toys, "will you pull us over the mountain? Our engine has broken down, and the good boys and girls on the other side won't have any toys to play with or good food to eat unless you help us. Please, please help us, little blue engine." "I'm not very big," said the little blue engine. "They use me only for switching trains in the yard. I've never been over the mountain." "But we must get over the mountain before the children awake," said all the dolls and toys. The very little engine looked up and saw tears in the doll's eyes, and she thought of the good little boys and girls on the other side of the mountain who would not have any toys or good food unless she helped. Then she said, "I think I can. I think I can. I think I can." And she hitched herself to the little train. She tugged and pulled and pulled and tugged slowly. Slowly they started off. The toy clown jumped aboard, and all the dolls and the toy animals began to smile and cheer. Puff, puff, chuck, chuck went the little blue engine. "I think I can, I 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 think I can." Up, 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 faster and faster and faster and faster the little engine climbed to the top. The mood right now, how's it feeling to you? To me, it's exciting. It's so exciting because she's going up the mountain. So that mood of the story just changed from hopeful to excited. Until at last they reached the top of the mountain. Down in the valley lay the city. "Hooray, hooray!" cried the funny little clown and all the dolls and the toys. "The good little boys and girls in the city are going to be happy because you have helped us, kind little blue engine." And the little blue engine smiled and seemed to say as she puffed steadily down the mountain, "I thought I could, I 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 thought I could." And that, boys and girls, is the end. So let's talk a minute about the story. We talked about the mood already, but let's talk about the moral or the lesson of the story. What do you think the lesson of the story is? Think about it for a minute. And I want you to try to write down what you're thinking when we get off of the video of what you think the moral of the story is in a couple sentences. All right? So the moral of this story is that if you think you can do something, you'll be able to do it. In other words, if you believe in you, what you believe will happen can happen. Now, what can that mean in your real life? What is something that you have thought maybe that you were never going to do? Let's think about it. Well, let's think about school. AR. Some of you thought you weren't going to be able to make that AR goal. But when you started believing in yourself and believing, yes, I can do this, and you started reading those books and taking those tests, what happened? You made your goals. The whole class made their goals this 9 weeks. this is so exciting. Let's think, is there any other examples of
Did
something?
I just hear that they all made their AR goals?
Yes. This 9
my
weeks,
gosh.
Lauren, they all made their AR goals. Do you want to say something to them?
Even my class didn't make all their AR goals. I mean, I did, but some of my classmates didn't. It's crazy that y'all made all of your AR goals.
Everyone in the whole
I'm so
class
proud
did.
of y'all.
And you know why, Lauren?
Why?
Because just like the little engine that thought that it could, the boys and girls each believed in themselves, and they believed that they could do it. And because they believed in themselves, they did do it.
That's great.
Can you think about something, Lauren, an example in real life where if you wouldn't have believed in yourself that you might not have been able to do it, or you might not have tried something new?
Well, I have to think. Well, I wasn't going to try out for cheer this year. I was too scared because I'm a dancer. I've never done anything else other than dance, and I really wanted to try out for cheer. But I was really scared, but I pushed myself to try out. And I was hopeful. I was like, I can do this. Like, hey, I may not make the team, but I'm proud of myself for trying out, and I think I can do it.
Yes, that's right. And if she wouldn't have tried out, she wouldn't have made the team. That's a great example. So keep this lesson in mind, or the theme in your mind. And I do want you to, if you have some extra time, I would love to have a letter back from you. If you received my letters that I sent you, I would love to have a friendly letter written back from you. Or another assignment that you could do is writing a letter to the medical professionals like doctors and nurses who are working so hard right now to help patients who have the COVID-19 virus. So that would be another writing assignment you could do this week. But both of those are kind of fun ones, or kind of meaningful ones, okay? But keep your brain and your neurons connecting. Keep your body moving, and enjoy spending time with your family. Okay, bye, boys and girls. And we'll also be setting up a Zoom lesson soon, as soon as Lauren helps me learn how to do that. But you know what? I believe I can do it, so I'm going to be able to do it. Right, Lauren?
Sure.
Bye-bye.